Hi everyone, I'm Jean, Reverend Vincent's daughter, and most importantly, I stand before you as a child of God. In the last few months, God has placed a desire in my heart to speak up, something I haven't done much of in the past. I'm very blessed to have a God-fearing dad, and I testify today of God's amazing love and sovereignty, and something I've experienced through my dad all the years of my life. My dad is someone always full of love. When me and Jen were little girls, he would hug us and tell us that he loves us after he scolds us. I never once felt unloved because he always made time for us, even though he was away a lot on overseas army missions. He was the quiet supporter in all that I did, showing up at every event, regardless of time and place. I see so clearly now that his love flowed from his love for God, and this was a love that extended the times I made big mistakes in my life. And my dad loved me through it all, allowing me to experience God's love through his life. My dad also showed me what complete surrender to God looked like. In bringing us up, he never once placed any pressure on us to be anything other than what God wanted us to be. He led by example instead and allowed his heart and his life to be transformed by God. Everything in this world was telling us that we were falling short, but my dad trusted in God and gave us the freedom to have our own faith journeys. Contrary to popular belief, he did not force us to listen to his sermons before we went to bed. But he was always there if I needed a listening ear and prayed for us continually. If anything, I regret that I wasn't there to support my dad during the times I was wandering from God and trying to escape being a leader's daughter and the pressures that came with it. I realize now how privileged I am to be in this position and to rise to the challenge instead of running away. The biggest thing I've learned from my dad's life is what calling truly means. I grew up thinking all I needed to achieve with my life were family, kids, a good job, and a house. But I've witnessed my dad turn his life over to God's hands over and over again, making the sometimes difficult choice to answer his call. And I remember two major points. Once, when he decided to leave the army after 27 years to serve full-time, and the other time to leave Shalom to lead the flock at TCPC. Both times he was leaving places he was comfortable with, leaving people that he had grown to love, leaving in the face of doubt and people thinking he's probably crazy. It was hard to see my dad having to deal with people who doubted his intentions and to see him get hurt in the process. But God always reigned and always provided by firstly giving my dad a faithful, God-fearing wife, my mom, who has been a loving pillar of support for my dad and our family throughout. Thanks, Mom. He has also given us not one, but two faith families in both the Shalom and TCPC communities and many, many other angels along the way, ensuring our family had more than enough emotionally and physically. So thank you all for your love and support. I've seen that the tough times my dad has faced in his life, whether in his rough childhood, losing loved ones, or experiencing opposition from people around him were all for a reason. God has used these to shape and mold him to be the servant he is today. God has shown that he always has a plan that we don't always see but have to trust. I see through my dad's example that the calling for us believers is clear and singular. It is to tell the world about our God and make disciples. We have no more time to waste, and every day counts with 1 billion people in this world still unreached and 5 billion unsaved. We all stand in the gap between eternal life and eternal suffering, and there's no other way than to abandon every remaining bit of our life to this cause of saving souls. We are all blessed to know and experience a God who loves us and has chosen us for his purpose, to bring this world back to him. If there's one thing I learned from my dad's life, is that it's never too late. 27 years into a military career, he chose to serve full-time. At 52, he embarked on a theological degree. And at 62, he's getting ordained as a minister. Truly, there's no better time than now. And I know with all my heart that just as God will continue to use my dad to bring more people to Him, God has a message for every single person here today, and He is calling. My prayer for everyone here is that we will push past our fears and fight our sin because we have God with and for us, and to abandon our lives recklessly to God for His mission. I pray that we will choose again today who we serve, and as one church of believers we will declare, like Joshua did to the Israelites, "As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." Thank you.